interview to begin, wouldn't we, Mr. Guppy?
This comic beam is actually a mind control puppet for an evil cephalopod.
Ow. Ow. Mr. Guppy, you're misbehaving.
Well, with that, I'm Megan from Anime America, and this is...
I'm Megan from Anime America. It's so nice to meet you. I am a huge fan of your show. I'm so happy to go. Mr. Guppy, leave me alone. I'm trying to have fun.
Scott MchNeil.
Hello!
And his new friend, Mr. Guppy.
Mr. Guppy.
So for everyone who hasn't gotten the lovely chance to meet you, how did this whole voice acting and acting thing start?
The acting thing started, as my mother would say, from birth. Scott has been performing since the tender age of 3, and his mother said has not stopped since. I've been intrigued and interested by it my whole life. Voice acting was something that was a fascination for me, and I would have given anything to be able to do, but that was done in the mysterious South, the land of Los Angeles. And I was a little Canadian boy. I was going, well, I guess that's something that happened in my world. And then the really short version of it is I got really lucky about 25 years ago and landed into it just as the industry was getting started in Vancouver. Right now, here we go. 12,000 episodes later, we're still going. 25 years before the microphone now.
So with the wide range of things that exist out there in animation, from G-rated to R, are there things that you won't do? Like,
There is nothing I will not do.
so you'll do anything, no
I am
standards.
a polyphonic prostitute. One of the, I mean, I had did, even before like anime really existed, I had done, I guess, you know, some stuff on Hello Kitty, then I did this thing called Ogre Slayer. And, you know, for all intents and purposes, it was hard, full-on hentai, you know, eviscerating people and then sticking things into the, and I'm like, oh, Japan. That's when I started to realize just how strange it all was. And all that coming from somebody who was at My Little Pony and was going here.
Now you got to play in the original Fullmetal Alchemist Hohenheim, and unfortunately you didn't get to reprise the role for Brotherhood. But did you get to watch? Did you watch the show?
I've never watched any. I don't watch TV.
But would you ever actually, if you did, would you take the chance to watch Brotherhood, which does follow the manga more and has the resolution to his character that the author originally intended?
Yeah. If I was inclined to watch, I probably would. You know, because I know enough about the storyline and that to go like, I'm kind of intrigued by this. I would have liked to have continued playing on it too, but it was just logically made no sense. As I was up in Vancouver, they recorded that down in Dallas. So as soon as people would go, are you going to be doing more of them again? I went, realistically, no, probably not. It's just, it just economically costs too much to have.
With no money, if there was no money involved, you do it without any cost, would you have taken? Would you
Yeah, I
have
would
taken?
have done it. I was happy to do it. Like when Mike McFarland, who's the director, called me up and asked me to do it, I was like, he's like totally on it, Mike. He's like, hell yeah. I'll slightly illegally fly down to Texas and do some work.
You also got to play Koga and Inuyasha, and then when Final Act came, the ending of this thing, was it like, yay, it's done, or no, it's done?
No, it's never yay, it's done. It's always like, oh crap, I'm out of work now. You never want to see a series end.
But for the character, like to see him get finality, like that type of way.
We're never really aware of it. Because I'm sitting there going like, you know, people are going, have you finished, brother? And I'm like, I'm not sure, I think we did. It's like, I don't recall there being any like, oh, so that's how it all ends. Mind you, I try not to pay attention. Most of the time I'm probably a bit drunk, to be perfectly honest.
There are times where I get drunk and watch things too, mostly with shows I don't like.
You can spot exactly how you feel about the show by Megan's level of intoxication.
Our
There
fans
goes
know
the
that
third bottle of vodka through the window.
it's actually my boss, not me. I just get drunk by association. I'm one of those people. Robin, edit that out.
Osmotic alcohol.
Basically. Now with Gundam, when you played Duo, did you ever expect such a large female fan base at it?
No. I didn't expect any cuts. I had been doing, this was long before I had ever done a convention. I'd been doing cartoons for 10 years. That was another cartoon we were doing. Although I was convinced for the first 3 episodes the Duo was actually a girl. Because it's super pretty. And then one of the very first cons I ever did was an anime con, and that was right when Gundam was out, and it was huge. And I had teenage girls faint in my arms, and not just from my appalling personal hygiene. And I was like, what? I think it probably really was the anime that brought a lot of young women into watching anime because essentially they were a boy band. You know, they were these
Boy band with giant robots.
ridiculously pretty, bishy, you know, so I'm like, and I know also, you know, I've had 8 billion women go, you know what got me into anime? It's like, yeah, it'd be your Gundam Wing. And with big blowy uppy monster robot mechs just for the boys.
Out of all the characters you've gotten to play across everything, who would you spend the day with and why?
I wouldn't spend the day with any of those people, they're all crazy. I spend the day with them all, they're all living inside my mind, you know.
Now controlled by.
You don't know what it's like on the inside, I'm just saying. It's now controlled by outdoors. So much more relaxed now that Mr. Guppy is controlling my mind. I don't have to sort through anything anymore. Do I, Mr. Guppy? Must fight for sanity. Me, help me. We're very happy with Mr. Guppy in control.
Now the last question I have for you is passed down from
father to son, from son to father, from generation to generation,
or
across the ocean.
husband to wife to random person they one time found at a con and dragged into this podcast. If you could be a dinosaur, which one would you be?
I think, given the nature of my history, that is a rather redundant question.
I knew this was coming. This was my boss's fault.
Forever. And I will take them out the old-fashioned way. Brutally!
See, you walked into this, Robin, because you don't read things.
Yeah, Robin.
Thank you very,
You
very
are
much.
so very, very, very welcome.
Oddly enough, the dinosaur question actually started in Australia.
Really?
My friend's husband
Oddly
is
enough,
Australian.
sided on.
I know that. Yeah, my friend's husband actually, she's actually trying to move there to be with her husband.
Right.
So that immigration process was literally driving us up a wall, production-wise. Thank you very, very
You
much.
are very welcome, man. That was fun.
Oh, no, thank you.
For more updates on Anime America, just go to our Facebook page and like us. For more awesome videos dealing with everything in pop culture, just click on one of these videos here and subscribe to Pop Spectrum. You'll be glad you did. Thank you for watching and stay tuned to Anime America.